Hey everyone, Nicole Russo coming to you for DRF TV. Pedigree comes into play as we move deeper into this season's two-year-old racing with stakes action this week at Belmont Park, a pair of historic events for the juvenile set, both featuring runners by freshman sires that we've been talking about and will continue to talk about. First, looking at the field for Thursday's Astoria for the fillies, and the names we'll focus on here are Tijori and Six Pack Gal, both in from California, both very interesting because while they're logical contenders for freshman sires Will Take Charge and Boisterous, I think they're a little bit outside of what the mold that their sires are going to throw might look like. Let's start with Tijori as we watch her break her maiden. Earned a Beyer of 82. That's the top number so far this season for a two-year-old, although obviously still very early in their season. I do think Tijori might be a little bit of an outlier for her sire. As discussed on handicapping them, they're big, impressive horses. I do think they'll take a little bit of time to mature, just like champion Will Take Charge did, hitting his best stride late in his three-year-old year. That being said, the sire's only half, and people might have been trying to inject some more precocity into the line with the right mares. That's something we're going to want to keep an eye on. Tijori, a quick filly who's an obvious candidate to get her sire into the stakes win column. Six Pack Gal, also a maiden winner at Santa Anita last month. And please raise your hand if you thought the first winner for Boisterous would be in a dirt sprint. The distorted humor stallion from a great Phipps family, a millionaire who won half a dozen stakes routing on the turf, led by the Grade 1 Man o' War at 1 3/8 when he was an older horse. He's another stallion where I do think his progeny will be better with some experience and also obviously suited to turf racing when that starts happening for the two-year-olds later in the season. Moving on, we'll now take a look at the field for the Tremont on Friday's card at Belmont. And on the outside there, you see the filly May Never Know opting to take on the boys here instead of going in the Astoria for Wesley Ward. At this time of the year, not that concerned about a filly taking on the colts. Sometimes they're just a bit more precocious. I don't think you start to see the shift where it's a bigger deal until a bit later in the summer as some of these horses start to mature and catch up with others. Now, May Never Know coming off a maiden win at Belmont in which she earned a 72 Beyer, tops in this field. She's by freshman sire No Nay Never, a son of the late Scat Daddy. No Nay Never stands in Europe where he's already got some stakes performers from his first crop, but a decent number of his progeny have been brought over here, either in utero or via purchase later on. So that's a clue that maybe professionals think they'll be suited to American racing. Group 1 winner No Nay Never, best known for his work on the turf, but was very versatile in a brief career. Never finished worse than second while running on turf, dirt, and synthetic in 3 countries. A very good two-year-old, graded place sprinting on the dirt. We'll have plenty more coming this week on DRF TV as we zero in on the Belmont Stakes and all its supporting activity. Pedigree, of course, plays a role, a piece of the puzzle in the 1.5 Mile Classic. Remember that you can check out all our offerings, including past editions of the DRF Breeding Report at video.drf.com. You can also follow along on Twitter at DRF Video for profiles of the Belmont hopefuls and more.